This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, welcome to War and Pieces. Today we are going to go through, and I'm gonna go through this book because I really think this is something fantastic, especially for some of you that play in 15 millimeter or 28 millimeter or even smaller. And it kind of hits at home with the from the colonies all the way to the Civil War. And that is a rule set that is just coming out now. And you can get this at Miniature Market, or you can get this from our good friends at Osprey, because Osprey rules. And that is Rebels and Patriots. This is the official rule book. And it doesn't matter where you get your miniatures, you can reenact so much with this fantastic, wonderful system. Now we're going to go down to the table and kind of go through the book and talk a little bit about it. And then we'll come back and give you final thoughts on Rebels and Patriots. Now I'm going to do my best to show you this. I'm not going to explain a lot to you, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. I really, really like this, and I think this really hits home because it's such a nice system. I've read through it. Really easy. It tells you how to start your first 24-point starter companies, which you're going to do, and the officers and how they work out is really amazing. It tells you about setting up and basing your models. Now, the one thing that it does tell you, it gives you some history about everything, but it really suggests that you use 28 mil, but you can use 15 mil for this. 20 mil to 15 mil. As you can see, they're going to tell you basically how to do it on a base infantry. It's going to be one model on a 25 mil base, but that's for 28 mil. So you would have to adjust things. Officers are very interesting because you can take your officers and move them from battle to battle. So it becomes a little bit of a role-playing thing, and you're going to rank up your officers, but your officers can have certain traits, which is really interesting. He could be a yellow belly coward, so he could be hiding in the back while all these brave men fight, or he could be leading the battle and be very aggressive and maybe put people in danger. Officer casualties, it'll tell you how he dies, which is really great. He could die like a coward, or he can escape the enemy with scratches or lightly wounded. There's different things that can happen to him. He can have a heroic death, which is just very cool. Unit cohesion, they're going to talk about how to build a sample 24 company so you learn the game very easily. Everything gives you the stats for everything from light infantry all the way through to natives, shock infantry, cannons, cavalry, and just tons of stuff here. It explains your battle rules are here. They do not go very far. They are only maybe 3 or 4 pages. But what happens is everything is worked off of D6s. There's nothing else. Gives you your attack actions, and then we're just going to kind of scoot through here a little bit. Shows you how to fire. And then, of course, they are going to tell you multiplayer games, winning the games, determining scenarios. You're going to have a ton of scenarios in here. A ton, and I do mean a ton. And then, again, explaining things out, how to point things out for each kind of... You could do the Alamo, for crying out loud. I mean, the Mexican-American War. I mean, there's just no end to what you can do. And then, of course, sheets in the back for how you're going to be tracking everything. Everything packed into this beauty of a book. The rules are under $20. You can get them at Miniature Market, like I said, and I really think it's worth it. I think it's something that you want to have if you are ever going to play this type of game. Let's go up top and get my final thoughts. Wow, I really like this system. the thing that gets me is in between battles how you can level up your officers and stuff like that. So it has a role-playing aspect to it. It's really kind of neat how your officers, it could be like a yellow belly coward, yet lead all these brave men into battle, and really fantastic. Now the rules state that you can use 15 mil because that's more cost effective, but the sweet spot is 28 mil, and just a really nice set. As you saw, I couldn't explain everything, and it wouldn't be fair to it. I really suggest you go out and get it. The book's cheap. It's pretty inexpensive, but if it's something that you have a bunch of these models like I do, you're going to want to get this to the table and use this system. I think this is something that they specifically made to cover such a wide time period, and it fits perfect. Osprey never lets me down in anything they do. So Rebels and Patriots, be sure to check it out. You can see it at Miniature Market, or go to Osprey War Games and get the book before it sells out, because it will sell out. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.